2. Today we're going to be discussing Ted Berrigan, the sonnets. He's an American poet. He was born in Rhode Island, Providence in America. He was in the US Army for 3 years. He then studied English at Tulsa University, Oklahoma. He then married Sandy Berrigan, and they lived in Chicago. She was a poet, and he was active in Chicago around poetry. He then moved to New York, where he married Alice Notley. Alice Notley. Together, they were both poets, and they were part of the second generation of the New York school, following on from people like James Schuler, Frank O'Hara, John Ashbery, Barbara Guest. Other members of the second generation of the New York school who I haven't read but would like to include Jim Carroll, Alice Notley, his wife, Ron Padgett, Anne Waldman, Bernadette Mayer, Lewis Walsh. His book, The Sonnets, for which he's most lauded, got praise from Charles Bernstein and Frank O'Hara. His wife, Alice Notley, described it as magical, sexy and funny. He passed away in 2003, I think. To me, the book is similar to a strand of American poetry which looks at people in circumstances and how their consciousness can be errant and disjointed. For instance, other examples of that would be C.J. Wright, Deep Step Come Shining, and Anne Carson, a Canadian poet in Red Dog. British poets, I don't know any British poets who write in that style. He had a rather arbitrary way of writing the poems, or at least he was criticised as such. He wrote the first 6 sonnets. He then took lines from each of the sonnets and incorporated them in all the subsequent ones, which forms a thread through the poetry, which gives repetition, which I think adds to the poems. In reply to the criticism that that was arbitrary, he replied that he had the poems, each poem, totally in his mind before he put pen to paper. Here are some quotes from Ted Berrigan, the sonnets. Stronger than alcohol, more great than song, deep in whose reeds great Elfian decay, I an island sail, and my shores toss, on a fragrant evening, fraught with sadness, bristling hate. It's true I weep too much, dawns break, slow kisses on the eyelids of the sea. On the 15th day of November, in the year of the motor car, between Ula and Pawnee, a hand is writing these lines. In a room full of smoky man names burnished dull black, southwest, lost doubloons, rest, no comforts, drift. It was summer, we were there, and there was no money. You were like skyscrapers veering away. A B-29 plunging to Ploesti, sailboats scudding through quivering seas, trembling velvet red in the shimmering afternoon. Darkness of sea, sea which is cool and green, sea which is dark, cool and green. How strange to be gone in a minute. Bearden is dead, Gallop is dead, Margie is dead. Patsy awakens in heat and ready to squabble. Dear Chris, hello, it is 5:15 a.m. I rage in a blue shirt at a brown desk in a bright room, sustained by the darkness outside and the cast-off emotion. And from the last poem. How strange to be gone in a minute. A man signs a shovel, and so he digs. Everything turns into writing a name for a day. Someone is having a birthday, and someone is getting married, and someone is telling a joke. My dreams, a white tree. Thank you for watching BookTube.